Do you ever feel like whatever you do is not enough? You're stuck in this rat race and you don't seem to see any end in sight. You continuously wake up in the morning, every morning, open your phones, and don't necessarily see the things you like. You see other people living their dream life, you feel like you're never doing enough, and you're in this perpetual state of disappointment, of unhappiness, of unfulfillment. Why do you think that happens? Is it because we live in a world where everyone seems to be accomplishing things around us? People have been accomplishing things since the beginning of time. There's nothing different about people accomplishing things except for the fact that now the information is more and more available to us. Since the beginning of time, we've always wanted to trade lives with other people. With the rise in the usage of social media, I think the problem has just come to the surface. We look at other people's lives and see the best parts, the holidays. We only end up feeling bad for what they've accomplished. We don't really take an inside look into what we truly want. These things that they are achieving is not necessarily the things that we truly want. We've just been so stuck and consumed to this small world on our phones that I think sometimes we forget to separate what we truly want to what we just look at again and again, and that becomes ingrained into our systems. Research has shown the amount of pain that has been accompanied with the heavy usage of social media, not having enough awareness to know what truly goes on into your minds while consuming this content. Imagine going through the n number of posts that you go through, and imagine feeling bad for every single post that you go through. Of course, there are some posts that will genuinely give us and bring us happiness. It's definitely not a bad platform. It's just that we as human beings are not used to having so much data at our fingertips. This is considerably new for all of us, being exposed to so much content, being exposed to people, having so much connection with the rest of the world. It's considerably new, and we still need to learn to develop techniques on how to make the most out of this, instead of what we see as the rising cases of depression, of anxiety, of suicides. I'm on social media. It's so overwhelming for me because there's so much information there. It just comes in between of my judgment, and I'm like, okay, maybe I want to do this, or maybe I want to do this, or maybe I want to do that. It gets me so confused and overwhelmed with what I really want to do. Measuring your success, measuring your abilities with the amount of like followers you have. I know it's easier said than done. I run a business, and I've been running a business since 2016, and I only have 1,300 followers on the page, and that bogs me down so much. It makes me feel so bad. It makes me judge the amount of work that I do, judge the quality of work that I put up. I'm so sure that there are people better than me, better than you, in different aspects of life, but that doesn't mean that we are not enough. What we do is not enough. That whole scarcity thing is really taking over our happiness today. We're just human beings, and we've gotten this opportunity to live. Basically just living life, understanding life, using life to the fullest is the most important purpose that we have to fulfill. I saw this video by Mel Robbins where she says she picked up the phone one day. She saw Mel Robbins, a well-accomplished writer and mindset influencer, is actually questioning her own abilities and how much work she puts in at her level. If someone who is so successful feels that way at any moment in time, that just goes to show, no matter where you are, you might always feel like you're not good enough, and that needs to stop right now. We've got to build lives in such a way that we wake up and we're just so grateful and thankful that we're alive, and just be excited about the fact that we are human beings and have this experience to experience life. That whole excitement, that whole joy of living every single moment is what we need to bring back into life. You will be successful. Everything happens in the right time for you. You put in the effort, you put in happy effort, you work enough. Whatever you do is enough. And be happy with what you put out there. You just be happy with everything that you do. Be happy with where you live. Be happy for your home. Be happy for everything. I'm not saying that there's no hardships in life. Of course, there's a lot of hardships in life. And we don't really need to add to the hardships by comparing ourselves on these platforms. Just because someone else has a huge to-do list and they post it on Instagram, and towards the end of the day, they tick off all of these tasks. You don't have to feel bad about not having done a single thing in the day. You survived the day. You did so much in that one day. So much life energy was spent. You might be doing the things that you love. You might be doing the things that you love that is probably just one task a day. And that's not a bad thing. Everyone's just like, you gotta wake up, be productive, wake up at 5. It may be working out for some people. I was stuck not doing any work. I was only stuck thinking about what to do next, not taking any action. I didn't know. Nothing was making me feel fulfilled. Nothing I did was giving me that happiness. And it was just a matter of a day when I realized, like I just took a break from thinking all of these things, and I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to be happy about living my life. I watched this video by Sadhguru that I just put on here, and I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to be happy living my life. And within a day or two, I think I got some answers, and I felt like, you know what, I should try this. And now I'm working on those things, and I'm currently on a social media detox where I'm not continuously looking at my screen and comparing myself to what other people are doing. I'm just building my own rules. Just because someone did it this way, of course we can draw inspiration from that, but we are our own individuals, and we can create our own rules and have successful lives the way we want them. Does that pressure ever get to you where you feel like you have to accomplish so many tasks in a day, otherwise you're not doing it right? You know, like everyday living gets difficult sometimes when, you know, you just wake up on that wrong side of thinking that, you know, like, what do I do today? I don't even know what I need to do today. And then there's this other person on social media who's just woken up at 6 and already accomplished like 500 things. Pressure needs to go from our lives. Sometimes, you know, no matter how many motivational posts you see on social media, sometimes the only thing that you feel like doing is just taking a breather, understanding what you want to do, what you truly are meant to do. Sometimes the fast-paced routines don't really work for certain people. I would highly recommend to read this book, Discover Your Dharma by Sahara Rose. In that book, you will truly understand how many different personalities there are and how different personalities are meant to do such different things. It's not a one-size-fits-all type of a situation. It explains so beautifully about the different types of personalities that we have, that really helps you understand and gives you a different perspective about how what someone else is doing may not be something that you want to do. You can definitely draw inspiration from it, but we're all in our unique paths and we're all living unique lives. Definitely read that book and watch this video by Sadhguru as well. That really put a lot of things into perspective for me. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope towards the end of whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, you only find success and happiness. I think you should find happiness and success today. You know, you've already done enough, you already are enough. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.